Russell. I'm pretty stoked about this one. I just heard a few minutes ago that this young man is a Muay Thai kickboxer, and I don't get too many of those, and I look forward to getting to know him. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest this time is Mr. Justin Lai. Hey, bro.
Hello, hello.
So, tell me about your upcoming fight.
Yeah, so my upcoming fight will be my debut at Min Muay Thai 6. I'm against Tristan Ward, who is also debuting, though from what I've seen online, he's got a little bit of other martial arts experience wrestling in high school and some BJJ, I think. So,
And you're an first amateur fight?
yep.
And where are you from?
Originally from around Grand Rapids, Michigan, but fighting out of Detroit this time.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I was talking to somebody about a month ago. I interviewed somebody about a month ago from that area, and Detroit is starting to get this upcoming fight scene. So,
Yeah. Actually, in the next month or two, there's a ton of fights going on. There's obviously Min Muay Thai 6 that I'm fighting in. There's going to be Infinity Muay Thai, which is a new promotion that just opened up. There's quite a few smokers from a couple other gyms that are coming up too. Tons of them are popping up.
So how long have you been training Muay Thai?
Just under 3 years.
Oh, okay. And it's good that you kind of waited long enough to have your first fight. Did you feel like you weren't ready, or you just weren't ready?
A little bit, yeah. When I first started learning Muay Thai, it was just kind of in between the summers of college, and then I moved out of Michigan to go work in Atlanta, and I started Muay Thai again when I got there for about a year and a half, and that was at the point I was like, okay, I think I've done this for a decent amount of time. Maybe I could compete. I ended up moving back to Michigan, and when I joined a gym nearby here, it's like, oh wow, now it's the gym I was at before is definitely more geared towards hobbyists, and then now it's more like, oh, all these people that are around there, a lot of them are competing a lot. So kind of knocked back my confidence on how ready I feel like I would be. But now that I'm almost 3 years in, I've talked with my coaches and they feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. So got training.
No, I like that. I like that. So what weight class are you going to be fighting at?
135.
Very good. Okay, cool. That'll work. And let's see. My thing is that Muay Thai, it's slowly making a comeback, so to speak. And I like the fact that you're doing that because you got mixed martial arts, you got boxing, and you got grappling in there, but you don't see a whole lot of Muay Thai fighters anymore. And I've been seeing this, especially in your area, because a lot of Canadians can't fight pro in certain provinces up there, so they come to your area to fight. So I would not be surprised if I saw a lot of Canadians on these cards you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean, even in our the next card, Min 6, we have at least one Canadian. His name's Mason Chalet. Mason, if you see this, I hope I didn't pronounce your name wrong. But he's a Canadian that drops by our gym quite often to train, and he's fought for Min quite a few times now.
That's good. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. And have you ever thought? I hate to ask this since you're just going amateur, but would you want to go pro one day?
No. I've heard a lot of stories about the people that do go pro. Obviously, all the champions at one championship. Well, first of all, they're all Thai, because Muay Thai starts in Thailand, and they're all like, yeah, I started fighting when I was 7 years old to make money for my family. And it's like, that's a lot of accumulated brain damage. You look fine now. Even people like Rodtang, who just tanks shots to the face. Sure, he's fine now, but it's like, oh, that's not the life I want to live.
I get it, and plus, I mean, those pros, man, I've been in those locker rooms when they're warming up, and when they hit them pads, it sounds like a baseball bat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially the ones that go from Muay Thai to MMA. I mean, it's really if you ever want to go, for those of you who are amateur want to go pro, go sit in the locker room of a pro fight, if you have the opportunity to. And you don't have to be in the room, just listen to them hitting those pads and be like, is that the type of person you want to fight? So we'll
Yeah, it's
see.
definitely tough if you want to make it out to pro.
Absolutely. So what is your degree in? You said you went to college.
Yeah, broadly speaking, I'll just say it's computer science. I am a software engineer by trade, so kind of very opposite ends of the spectrum where I work at a pretty nice desk job. You know, I don't have to worry about getting hurt pretty much ever. The heaviest thing I'll have to lift is like, computer equipment. So it's pretty nice. And then right after work for like the past, like, however many months, go straight to the gym where the most dangerous thing I could possibly do is like, fight other people, right?
Sure. No, I like that. I wish that I had applied myself in college in that direction. So, you do computer software. Anything specific with that, or just
Uh, Basically digital simulations.
digital simulations?
Yeah. So
Oh, really?
simulating kind of like, things that are in real life. Can't talk too much about that just because like, my contract and NDAs and all that stuff, but
Okay.
simulating vehicles.
Oh, that's great. I find stuff like that interesting. Because I don't know. I mean, as somebody who does video podcasts and stuff like that, and I've been in radio for years and stuff like that, I always wonder: is there somebody out there that could make a video for me for certain things? It's like I'm not as technical with it. I just I've tried to get into it, but it's just hard. Especially I mean, I'm more of a musician type guy.
Mm.
That's my artistic side, so to speak.
Oh. Singing, any particular instruments?
Guitar.
Guitar. Cool,
Guitar.
cool.
Yeah, man. I try to be like I try to be the technical guitar player that goes up the neck and stuff like that. So we'll see. Yeah.
Learning any fingerstyle? Because I've seen some of those videos on YouTube and they're like insane.
Oh, I know it. As far as finger stylings, the one that I'm trying to learn is what they call Travis picking, and that's like what country and hill country blues and stuff like that does. But if I could, I would do flamenco, but I don't have the guitar for it. So flamenco is like what Hispanics play. So
Gotcha. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that term until you brought it up just now.
yeah. Oh no, I love the way the Asian culture does their playing, but the problem is that I don't feel like paying the money for their type of guitars. So
Understandable. Instruments are super expensive if you want to get the good ones.
yeah, exactly. So, do you have any hobbies outside of this, or do you just train right now?
Well, right now, I just train. It feels like I have no time to do anything besides go to work, go to gym, come home, and like try to eat and sleep. But aside from that, I'd say I'm broadly kind of a big nerd. So I like to play a lot of video games, read a lot of manga, watch anime. I have been learning to draw. Well, learning is kind of I haven't drawn in a little bit, but I did started learning to draw about last year, and I got pretty decent with it. And then want to like kind of focus on more training.
You and I would get along just fine. I love anime. There's this new show I started watching on HBO Max. I think it comes from Cartoon Network, but it's called Lazarus.
I haven't heard of it. What's it about?
It's about probably, I don't know how far in the future it is, but it takes place in the future. There's this drug that everybody is taking, and there's a small team of a few people that are going to try to stop the drug from being mass distributed, and they have to stop a lot of like powerful millionaires and stuff like that. And it's a small group that's doing it, and there's this one guy that they break out of prison in order to get him to to help the team out. So very good stuff. I love it, and I don't consider it anime, but I love Invincible, and that's about as close to anime as you remember Invincible.
I have watched Invincible. I'm a certified Invincible hater.
Really?
Yeah. Like I love season 1. Don't get me wrong. Like it was like, amongst all the, I guess, cartoon stuff that was like, out, even like adult cartoons, adult, like, those are geared more towards adults, even like the more like adult Justice League kind of stuff. Yeah. It's like, it was really good, like really shocking and like, really gripped you with the story. But then seasons 2 and 3 come out and it's like, man, I feel like they hit their golden point already and it's just tanking. There's so many issues that I personally have with like the narration, the animation, arguably probably where they spend all their money getting all these like, top actors to voice their characters when they could be spending it on other things. Spoilers for anyone else watching. Like, I didn't even really like the final, like, fight with season 3 with Conquest, if you don't mind me talking about that for a moment.
No, not at all. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. So they have like this whole, like, seasons 2 and 3 where, like, most of the season was just kind of like, meh, animation. It wasn't anything spectacular, but it wasn't anything terrible for the most part, right? So it's like, that's okay. We want to save it for, the fight scenes, right? That's what Invincible is, like, its bread and butter should be, as far as animation goes, right? How well you animate the fights. And in season 3 specifically, it's like, man, all this waiting, because I know it's coming up where they've got this big bad guy that's going to, like, end the season. And then I just was super unimpressed. The best animation that they had the entire fight scene was after Mark got hit by Conquest. He stumbles back and he falls over, and they've got like his hair animating, so like, flopping over. And it's like, wow, that's really great animation. Where is that when you're actually fighting Conquest? Don't give me good animation off the fight, right? Give me it when they're actually clashing. And then they've also got tons of other problems with, like, they kind of have like turn-based fighting where it's always like one person's fighting, but then they'll switch over and then the other person will fight. It was like, we had Conquest fighting Invincible, and then he was kind of like, Invincible was beating him up, then Conquest beat him up. Mark's little brother joined in, and he fought for a little bit. Then he was about to get his butt whooped. Then Mark joined back in. He got his butt kicked. Adam Eve came in, but then Conquest turned him back around. It's like, no, I don't want one-on-one and one-on-one. I want fighting against each other. There should be counters. There should be more than just, oh, now it's this guy's turn to fight.
I feel like, though, that if you had a fight expert, that's where they should put the money in the behind, is the fight expert behind it, or at least a movie fight expert, then it probably would have been a much better scene, like you said. But I think that it was created by guys who had no idea how to compel people with a fight. Like in pro wrestling, they choreograph fighting and they put on some great matches and stuff like that. I feel like if you had like a pro wrestler, do it behind the scenes, I think it would have been a much better scene.
Yeah, probably. But, it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, what video games are you playing?
Right now, not much of anything, but I am trying to wrap up Final Fantasy VII, the remake and Rebirth, which I bought the second part, Rebirth, not too long before I started training, so I haven't touched it at all, and it kind of hurts a little to just have it sitting there.
Yeah.
I finished God of War Ragnarok not too long ago.
Dude, I loved it when that first came out, and I still love it.
Yeah. It's such a great game. Like the choreography is like, oh yeah, maybe it's all like, exaggerated because he's the God of War, right? But it's like, it's so great. It's so good to see.
I like Sonic Frontiers, but the problem is like I'm not good enough to get past the first world yet. So I got to get better. But other than, let's see, I'm trying to think of, and then there's this game called, it's trying to get past it. It's oh gosh, it'll come to me what it's called, but I've been playing it for like 2 years on and off, and I'm trying to get past it now. But other than that, man, so what is your, so if you're not going to go pro, are you just going to compete until it kind of, the thrill of it kind of fades off a little bit?
Something like that. For now, my plan is just to have one fight and then see where I feel after that. Okay. A long time ago, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just do 3 fights because, like, everything good comes in threes, right? Every video game, you have like 3 lives, or you can take 3 hits. All the puzzles are like you have 3 chances to solve, or something like that. So like maybe 3. And then at some point, it's like, you know what? Getting hit in the face, getting brain damage doesn't sound too great. Maybe just 1. And now that I'm a little bit more prepared, it's like, we'll do 1, and then we'll see what happens after that.
No, and you know what? And that's one thing I like about talking to you just now is that you think things out, seems like, before, you're not crazy while doing this. That's what I like. I can't.
I like to think I'm not.
I'm not as smart as you are, but I feel like I have my big nerdy side to it, and
Mm.
part of that is that I overthink things too much before, and I get anxiety about to do something because I want to get it correctly done, like every
Mm.
time.
Yeah, I can understand that. Definitely had a lot of anxiety and a lot of overthinking when I first got matched up. I remember specifically my coach, he messaged me like, "Hey, we got your opponent matched up. His name's, Justin Ward, also 0-0." I was like, "Oh," I was at work when he messaged me that. I was like, the instant I saw it, I was like, "Heart stop. It's real now." And I kept like, getting tons of anxiety thinking about like, oh, man, it's real now, right? I'm about to go into this ring and we're gonna like, hurt each other. But as I just kind of keep training and like, as the date gets closer, it's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm calming down a little bit. So, just kind of focusing on the path and less about like, the event, I guess, has been helping me a lot with that.
But no, I get it, and I understand that. What kind of so it's at 135? Are you cutting to 135, or are you walking around at 135?
Cutting just a little bit.
Okay,
I walk around at roughly 140, 145-ish.
yeah,
So
yeah,
not too much to lose.
right. And how old are you?
26.
Yeah, so you won't have a problem cutting that weight
Hmm.
too. 10 pounds is nothing. I don't know. Do you ever watch UFC?
Every now and then I watch their fights, mostly the fights they've posted for free on YouTube.
Fair enough. The reason why I was asking is because Jose Aldo was 7 pounds overweight during his last fight he just had back in June, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it really irritated me that one of the greatest, 145 pounders of all time was kind of reduced to that because he got older. So,
Hmm.
which he could have just fought at lightweight, but at the same time, he was been a really extremely small lightweight. So,
Hmm.
it's cool if you can handle it. You can always go up a weight size. I mean, 140. If 145, if 135 doesn't work out, and you're able to be better at 145, I think I said that. I don't know if I said that right, but anyway, then I believe that there is some advantages to having a little bit more energy from not having to cut as much.
I suppose, but I think just generally speaking, because there's not that much weight that I have to lose, and that I can, kind of just gradually lose, like maybe like 5-ish pounds, and then maybe sweat out a little bit more on the day of if I'm like even still away from my weight. It's not too big of a deal. My coach especially has been saying like, yeah, for your first fight, you shouldn't have to worry too much about like, oh, I got to cut weight because like, you can do all this training, but if you have to cut like, too much weight, you might just like sap out all your energy, right? So
Correct.
being a relatively small weight cut is like, not too bad.
Good, man. That's good. I'm like that. When I fought, I was a heavyweight, so I never had to cut.
Hmm.
So I can, I think that heavyweights are under or as far as we know about their power and and size and strength and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as toughness goes, I don't know how tough a heavyweight truly is because he had never had to cut weight, or unless he's like the size of Brock Lesnar, who has to cut weight to be a heavyweight, then understandable. But I don't know too many that did.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar either with how many that have had to cut.
Exactly. I mean, well, when I heard Brock Lesnar was 265 pounds, I'm like, no, that dude is way bigger than 265. I've seen him at wrestling events before. That dude is 290. That dude is walking around at 290 at least.
Yeah, I mean that walking mass of muscle gotta be.
Telling you, I mean, the guy literally had no neck. I mean, I probably don't have much room to talk, but but my head, his head, it was really small, and how big his body was. That's what cracked me up. Like he didn't have a small head; it was just small compared to his body. I mean, he looked like he looked like a Goomba from the Mario Bros. Movie from the 1990s. I don't know if you ever saw that one or not.
I have not.
It was crappy, but it was a crappy version of Mario Brothers. Like you talk about video games, I'm actually a huge Mario Brothers fan. Like I'm a Mario freak.
Cool. Yeah, I played a couple Mario games, but I'm not huge onto platformers.
Yeah, no, I like Donkey Kong versus Mario is my new favorite game. So Switch. But yeah. So Justin, let's before I forget, let's promote your fight again before I let you go.
Yeah, it's Min Muay Thai 6, so it's going to be happening now in Detroit-ish. I think the official place is in, I want to say Clinton Township, but it's the Imperial House at August 2nd at 7 p.m.
Where can I watch it?
It will be streaming at millions.co.
There you go. I'm glad you said that because I never know, even though I work for Millions, but I never know. That's always like, I think you can stream it here. But I sure do appreciate you coming on, man. It's been nothing but a pleasure. Come on again if you want.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite.
Of course, man. It's been a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. It's been great talking to Justin, and we wish him the best in the fight coming up. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in live here on millions.co and YouTube, and it will be on other streaming platforms as well. And I sure do appreciate y'all coming in. This has been the Hank Russell Invitation. Y'all have a pleasant day.
Adios.